What's up, guys? I just got out of seeing a new horror movie that came out this weekend called In a Violent Nature. Now, I don't know anything about this movie, man. I checked on Fandango because I wanted to see showings for Daisy Ridley's new movie, A Woman by Sea, A Woman at Sea, whatever it's called. I know I want to see that, and I was checking if it was anything I could swing to see today, and I was like, they didn't really have any showings midday. Like, it was like 12 and it was like 4, and I was like, I can't make any either of those. So, but then I saw this horror movie on there called A Violent Nature. It had an 89% critic score and a 48% audience score, and 9 times out of 10, I don't want to be a cunt, but like 9 times out of 10, when you have a situation like this with any type of like non-mainstream movie, even like, it's usually like the audience is probably right. Because you can get like a big movie that's made off some big IP, and they can do some things that might piss some whiny babies off, and they'll fucking review bomb it. That can happen. But when it's a smaller movie, a horror movie, like something that's small that no one really knows about, it's original, it's usually like that audience score is not the most accurate thing in the world, but it's probably going to be more accurate than what you're going to come out thinking. And for me, it's more accurate than what I came out thinking. This isn't like, I can see why people might like it, because it is different than your traditional horror thriller. This is like that movie I watched a couple months ago called Out of Darkness or Into the Darkness or whatever, about that movie that we found out, like, you think, oh, there's some big crazy monster attacking them, and then you find out it's just Neanderthal fucking cavemen that are attacking them. That movie was very, very slow. Very slow. Like, honestly, that's a great comparison. If I can compare those movies to what's called Out of Darkness, Into the Dark, something Darkness, I'm comparing these two movies because they are kind of similar, because they both move very slow. I think this movie is better because, yes, this movie moves very slow. I think having us with the actual monster, and they gave us like some surface level details about the dude, but it's like they kind of like I'm gonna get to it. Like, they kind of explain why it's so surface level and why it feels like this dude is just kind of doing shit to do shit, you know. This movie definitely, I can't understate how slow this movie moves. Like, if you watch this movie, you gotta understand it's moving slow, like super, super, super duper slow. Like, I can't understate it. If you go and see this, be prepared. Like, it's an hour and 30-minute movie that doesn't feel like an hour and 30 minutes. It feels a lot longer, an hour and 30 minutes. So I really don't want to underplay how slow it is. But like, we start off with the monster. We start off with these kids, and they're fucking taking a piss, and they see a necklace, and they pick up the necklace, and then they fuck off. And then from the pole that they pick the necklace up off of, the monster rises from it. Like, he's in fucking quicksand. He just rises up, and he goes on his rampage. And we follow that monster pretty much, I want to say, the whole movie. Like, everything. Like, we are with this monster. We see what he sees pretty much the whole movie up until the end. And I think while the movie is very slow, them making that choice is more interesting than some other, like Out of Darkness, Into the Darkness, whatever the darkness it was called, where they just kind of move slow and we didn't get the reveal until the end. And if you weren't down with the reveal, you probably weren't down with the movie, you know? But here, like, it's just like, I feel like they can kind of build an atmosphere here. Like, you can get a vibe for the movie. You can, like, they got a vibe going with how slow it's moving, you know? And for the most part, it's like, I'm going to be honest, I was kind of rolling my eyes. I'm like, man, will this dude hurry the fuck up and fucking kill these kids? And then there was like a lot of moments where, like, he's sneaking up on people. This motherfucker's intense. He's in fucking big ass boots, just stomping and bumping and bumping, stomp, 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 stomp. And it's like, there ain't no fucking way in hell. Ain't nobody seeing this dude, brother. Come on. And it's like, there's a lot of moments where they'll make you roll your eyes. It's like, there's no way people aren't seeing him. And when they finally do the kills, like, when the kills are actually done, the gore is there. Like, they ain't skimming on the gore. The gore is there. If you are bad with gore of any kind, you probably aren't going to be down with this movie. I mean, gore of any kind, you probably aren't going to be down with this movie. For me, the gore was good. The kills were good. All the kills were good and entertaining, you know? But like I said, like it really moves slow, and like he takes everyone out one by one by one by one, and then we get to the end, and there's just like one girl left. She just runs and runs and runs and runs until this woman in the pickup picks her up, and she thinks, oh, she's safe. And I think, oh, the movie's about to end. These motherfuckers. This woman was talking for 5 to 10 minutes. I thought we were being ribbed. I could not believe it. But that's where it comes into the point where it's like they kind of make a point during that whole, well, like she was really talking. The other girl was trying not to bleed out. But really, just the woman that was driving the truck was talking and talking and talking. She said something that her brother told her that after a while, animals just start killing to kill, and they don't really know why it's happening. They don't really have a reason for it. And I think that kind of goes back to like after a while, this dude was just killing and killing and killing people. And yes, you can say it's for the necklace, but some of the ways he was killing these people, some of the ways he was going about it, was it really all that fucking necessary to find your necklace? Like the first kill he makes, he kills a dude, then he goes back to the dude's house to look at the what he thought was his necklace, and he was like, oh, well, and he just kept on going. A logical person would think, maybe I should start questioning all these people that I'm catching and killing. But he didn't think that way. He just kept going and going and going and going. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. But like I said, this movie is very slow, and the gore is good. Like gory and slow burn is the way I'll put it. I do think that there are going to be some people that this movie really resonates with. And it does do a few things I like. Like I say, I like the gore. Sometimes I like the slow burn atmosphere of it. But like at other times, I'm rolling my eyes like, come on, dude. Come on, my man. Come on. Just fucking kill him and move on and keep it going. But the director and the writer and the artist are trying to tell this story, and it's probably part of the bigger overarching messages they have for the movie. So yeah, Violent by Nature, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. You know, it's not the worst horror movie of the year. It's better than the Darkness movie that we watched earlier this year. That, like I said, if you didn't like the monster reveal, you probably wouldn't gonna like the overall movie. So I think this movie has a lot more going for it than that movie. And yeah, a 6 out of 10. I think this is really gonna resonate with a lot of people. I think it's probably gonna be on Shudder in a couple months. With the way things are now, probably in a couple weeks. You know, so if you have the money to see, I think if this sounds like a kind of movie you might be into, and you do have the money to go see it, I recommend you go see it. You know, I think there's a couple movies coming out this weekend that you probably could go see if you have the money for it. And I think this is one of those movies. So yeah, Violent by Nature, 6 out of 10. Peace.